marketers. Debra Eckerling here.
And I'm Keith Smith, and we host the MPN Meta Marketing Show, which is not just another marketing podcast, but the marketing podcast about all the other marketing podcasts.
Podcasts are booming, right? We love them, and people actually listen. They don't scroll, they don't swipe, well, except maybe during the ad breaks.
But here's the secret. With the Marketing Podcast Network, your ads don't make people hit skip. We put your brand on shows that people actually want to hear.
That's right. We match your message with podcasts that make marketing nerds like us perk up and take notes, or at least nod knowingly, pretending they understand.
And don't worry, because we'll deliver your ad naturally. People might even think that we love your brand personally, which of course we totally do, unless it's a veggie smoothie, then maybe not.
If you want your brand heard without making listeners roll their eyes,
head to marketingpodcasts.net and catch marketing fans at work, rest, and play. Seriously, your audience is already listening. Make sure they hear your brand and not our awkward jokes.
Join the conversation, because good ads shouldn't just be tolerated, they should be enjoyed.
Yes!
Welcome, everyone. I'm Debra Eckerling, author, goal strategist, and book proposal specialist, and this is the Book Proposal Podcast. On this episode, I'm answering the question, what is an author platform? Your author platform is everywhere you show up, on and offline. This includes your website, online community, social media, traditional media, and newsletter. It's videos, webinars, speaking engagements, in-person activities, and involvement in organizations. It's also your notable contacts and connections. Right before the platform section is your author bio. So it's basically teeing up who you are in your experience before letting the reader know where and how you make your presence known. Throughout the platform section, you're going to be referencing different websites and articles and videos. So wherever it makes sense to link, put a link in a hypertext within the paragraph or the bullet point that you're mentioning. That way, if whoever's reading it wants to read the article or learn more about your Instagram page or see you in action through videos, all they need to do is click the link. Your platform section starts with your online presence. So start by mentioning your website along with a paragraph about it, the content you share, the reach, number of visitors, if the number is impressive. Same with the newsletter. How many subscribers? What is your open rate? You also want to list out your social media links for each site that you're active on and include the following. And if it makes sense, you can also say what sort of content you share on the different social media platforms. So maybe you post a certain type of video or you do monthly challenges on Instagram. If you host a podcast and or video show or live stream, you also want to put that in. And if you don't have a podcast and you are a leader in your field, what are you waiting for? This is the perfect time to start one. It's great for book promotion, but it's also a sign of you owning your niche. And if you are starting a podcast in support of your book, that actually goes in the next section of your book proposal, which is marketing. Another huge part of your platform is media. Where have you been interviewed? This could be newspapers, magazines, online, blog posts, podcast, video shows, TV. If you have a sizzle reel, that comes next. A sizzle reel is a 3 to 5 minute video which takes snippets of different media. See authors' name in action. After media, include a list of your speaking engagements. And you can say where you've spoken and on what topics, if they've got it online, link to it, or you can even just link to the organization, bookstores, communities, anywhere that you've spoken about your topic, you want that on your speaking engagement list. The last part of the platform section is where you put your contacts. So these aren't just the people you know, but they're organizations that you're involved with. So if you are a board member, a volunteer, if you host a meetup, if you're involved in a professional network for your expertise or a speakers bureau, you want to list those organizations. Then finally, list out any contacts or connections with huge followings. These could be notable names, notable companies of people who are going to want to spread the word about your book. Your author platform is all about who you are, where you show up, and how you show up. And it is more than just PR and marketing. You're putting your stake in the ground. Thank you for tuning in. Please follow, subscribe, and join me every week. And let's turn your idea into a plan and your plan into a book so your book can get into the hands of those who need to read it. Do you have a question about book proposals? Email me, deb@thedebmethod.com. Connect with me on LinkedIn and follow @thedebmethod for more resources and tips to get you excited about planning and achieving your book publishing goals. And you can learn more at bookproposalpodcast.com.
You may know you're listening to this show along the Marketing Podcast Network, but did you know there are other great shows on MPN to help your business? Robbie Samuels hosts the On the Schmooze podcast. Robbie, tell listeners what to expect from the show.
Since 2015, I've interviewed entrepreneurs who overcame challenges to achieve success in their field or industry. Tune in to On the Schmooze to listen as I ask deep questions to elicit untold stories about leadership and networking.
And where can people subscribe?
Find the show at ontheschmooze.com or on marketingpodcast.net, or just search for it wherever you get your podcasts.
You heard them. Go subscribe. This podcast is heard along the Marketing Podcast Network. For more great marketing podcasts, visit marketingpodcasts.net.